A very good morning to my students. Students, today we are going to start with the next topic of our grammar, and that is pronouns. Now, as we can divide the word pronouns into two parts, that is pro and nouns. Now, just see that pronouns are actually the words that are used in place of nouns. That's why it is called pronouns. Pronouns are actually the words that are used in place of nouns. Now, here is one example. Saina Nehwal is a sports person. Saina plays badminton. The racket lying on the table belongs to Saina Nehwal. Now, just see, we are repeating the name again and again over here. Now see, example, Saina Nehwal is a sports person. She plays badminton. Now we have replaced noun with pronoun. The racket lying on the table is hers. The racket belongs to Saina Nehwal. So here we are using the pronoun hers. So there are different examples of pronouns. These are the different examples of pronouns. And then we have different types of pronouns. The very first one is the personal pronoun. Now, actually the personal pronoun are those pronouns which can be replaced, which replace name of a person or anything. Personal pronouns replace the names of a person or anything, right? Let's just see the example. Personal pronoun. Sima is a new student. Name of a person. Now we will replace Sima, name of a girl, we will replace with she. Earlier she was studying in Bengaluru. Is this clear? Now uses of personal pronouns. Now they refer to three persons, namely first, second and third person. Now the first person is I and we. Second person is you. And the third person about whom we are talking about, he, she, it or they. Is this clear? Now there are two types of personal pronouns. One is the subjective and another one is the objective. Now the pronouns that play the role of a subject, pronouns that play the role of a subject in a sentence is the subjective. Like I am participating in the competition with him. Here I is the subjective pronoun. Subjective subject. Now object if you remember that active and passive voice, subject comes in the front and object comes in the end. So subject comes here in the first and the object comes at the end. In the same way, subjective and objective. Pronouns that play the role of an object in a sentence. I am participating in the competition with him. So here him is the objective pronoun. Example is same. I is the subjective, him is the objective pronoun. Now personal pronouns. I, me, we, you, us, he, him, she, her, it, they and them. So these are the personal pronouns. Is this clear? Now you have to fill in the blanks with appropriate personal pronouns. Revise the personal pronouns once again and then you are going to do the fill-ups. Now comes the possessive pronouns. From the word possessive, it is very clear. The things that belongs to someone, owner of some things. Now possessive pronouns are those which shows possession or ownership. Now, the book lying there is mine. Mine. Here mine is showing that it belongs to someone, possessive pronoun, and those on the table are hers. And those lying on the table belongs to another person. Here we are using hers. Now here mine and hers indicate possession, that they are possessive pronouns. Now possessive pronouns are mine, ours, yours, his, hers and theirs. Is this clear? Now the following table indicates different forms of possessive pronouns. First, second and third person, singular is mine, plural is ours. second person yours, and singular and plural remains the same. And when we come to third person, his or hers, and the plural is theirs when we are talking in numbers. Is this clear? Try to do this exercise. Now the third one is demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative includes this, that, these, those. Very easy one. Now demonstrative are the words that indicates noun in a sentence. Again, just see, our demonstrative our pronouns are words that indicates noun in a sentence. How? This is the pen I was looking for. That is the watch I bought yesterday. Now here demonstrative pronoun indicates the noun. It indicates about the noun. Now this, that, these, those are used as the demonstrative adjectives when they qualify the nouns in the sentence. Now just see, this, that, these, those are also used as the demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjectives, how? This book, this pen, those apples, that basket. Now here, this, that, these and those are demonstrative adjectives. How? They are placed before the nouns. They are placed before the nouns and tell us more about the nouns. They are not used in place of nouns. This is clear? They are not used in place of nouns. Book is noun, pen is noun, apples is noun, basket is noun. Now this, that, those and that, these are used for as a demonstrative adjectives. They are not used in place of nouns. Is this clear? The uses of demonstrative pronouns. When to use? To point out to people or things they stand for. This is my watch. This is my watch. Just see, point out to people or thing. Here we are pointing out to a thing, watch. To separate a category. Those are not mine. When we are just separating any category, that this thing does not belong to me. When a statement or solution is referred to, this is what I said. Now here we are referring to a statement. So demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjectives are different. Demonstrative adjectives are always used with the nouns. Is this clear? Now comes the interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are those that ask us the question. Question, who, whom. The following are the interrogative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, what, which. Whenever there is question mark in the end, we come to know the sentence is the first of all interrogative. From which word we come to know about the interrogative sentences then? Who, whom, whose, which and what. Now there are the uses of the interrogative pronoun. Read it very carefully, very easy. Now complete the conversation with using interrogative and demonstrative pronoun. Here question marks in the end. So we will start our questions with what, whom or who. Now just see, dash is that in your hand. What is that in your hand? Answer will come according to this question and the answer will be in demonstrative pronouns. Is this clear? Now the next comes the reflexive pronouns. Very easy one. Reflexive pronouns are those which reflect upon or go back to subject. Is this clear? Are the one that go back to the subject. Now he hurt. He hurt. From he we will write himself. He hurt himself accidentally. Now himself is reflecting back to the subject, that is he. They will inform you themselves. Now they, subject, themselves reflecting back to the subject. Is this clear? Now uses of reflexive pronouns. When the subject or object of the verb is the same person or thing. When the subject or object of the verb is the same person. Of same person we are talking about as the subject and the object. I hurt myself. Reflective, I made the pie myself. Now, used after verbs with prepositions to clarify which person or thing we are talking about. She is very happy with herself. Now we are using with the preposition with. Is this clear? Not used where people normally perform actions on themselves like washing, combining or dressing, which is the part of the normal routine. Reflexive pronouns are used when someone does something he is or she is not expected to do. When you are not expected to do something. Though she is blind, she cooks food herself. Now it is not expected from the blind person to cook, but here we are using, again, emphasize on this statement. Though she is blind, she cooks food herself. Is this clear? Now comes the empathetic pronouns. The words remain the same. Himself or themself or myself. Now what is the difference between reflexive and empathetic pronoun? Just see. These are the reflexive pronouns which are used for emphasizes. Now just see. I myself cooked the meal. Emphasizing. Emphasis is given. I, how? You can also say I cooked the meal. We can also say in the same way. But if we emphasize using myself, I myself, that giving more pressure on my, that I cooked the food myself. Is this clear? And in reflexive pronouns, he hurt himself accidentally. Here we are emphasizing on the subject. Clear? Then we have the relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are pronouns used to join a phrase or a clause with another in a sentence. Again, I am repeating. Relative pronouns are pronouns used to join a phrase, a group of words, or a clause with another in a sentence. How? The boy who won the competition is my best friend. Now we are using the who word as a relative pronoun. So these are the examples of relative pronouns. Again, uses are given. Who and whom are used as for persons only. Who and whom are used for only persons. When we use a relative pronoun whom, we have to be careful. How? The little girl was guided by the teacher whom she truly admired. So we are using whom. When we use a relative pronoun, we have to be very careful that we have to use who or whom. Now, the girl who, now just see the related example. The girls who appreciated the dancers were friendly. The relative pronoun is used as a subject, hence who. Now here we are using as the relative pronoun as the subject, that is who. The people appreciated the dancers whom they had met after the show. Now the relative pronoun is used as the object, hence whom. Whose is used for both person as things. Here we reading about that who and whom are used for persons only, and whose is used for both persons and things. Then we have uses of that. Uses of which is used for things and animals. Is this clear? You have to learn these things. Which is used for things and animals. The book which I gave him is lost. The deer which was killed was carried to the village. We will not write the deer who was killed or whose was killed. For animals and things we are using which. This is animal and this is thing. Then we have uses of that. Read it very carefully. If you have any problem, then we can solve it. Then there is correct uses of relative pronoun. It is given in a summary way. Related exercises. Do all the related exercises very carefully. After doing the related exercises, if you find any problem, then we can solve that problem easily. Now we have distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns are pronouns that denote Distributive pronouns denote persons or things taken as a single or in a group. We distribute the pronouns. Distributive, from the word we come to know, distribute in a single or in groups. Now each of you, we are talking about the each person, dividing the each person. All of you. Now here we are talking about all persons. Now neither of the pens is writing. Here we are saying that not a single pen is writing over here. We are dividing the things into different groups. Now uses of distributive pronouns, they refer to whole amounts, both or all, or separate items, every, each, either or neither. Here we are talking about separate items, neither, whole amounts, all, talking about the whole amount. Then comes the reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns refers to the pronouns that indicates action going in one direction and also in the opposite direction. Now the action going in one direction and then going back to the opposite direction. How? The teacher scolded Rani and Ritu since they were talking to each other. Action is going reciprocal. We should help one another in crisis. One another, again action is going and then action is going back, going one direction and then the opposite direction. Is this clear? Then comes the indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are the pronouns that refer to one or more unspecified beings, object or places. Now just see, I have bought everything you might need for journey. So here are a few examples of the indefinite pronouns: all, any, another, anybody. These all are the examples of the indefinite pronouns. Try to do the back exercises for the same. So thank you students for listening carefully.